situation, as we were with Boris Johnson, that the only people that are choosing the Prime Minister have been Tory party members. And we know that from the programme that she's outlining, this is not what was contained in the Tory party manifesto in 2019. So my message is a simple one. Let the House of Commons deal with the cost of energy crisis. Let's put in place the support that individuals and businesses need. And then let's have an election, because it's only right that people in Scotland, people right throughout the United Kingdom, have their say in who they want to be their government. And crucially for us in Scotland, the debate that we need to have is whether Scotland should be becoming an independent country, our right to have a referendum on Scotland's future. She's not learning any of the lessons that Boris Johnson should have learned, because it's not for Boris Johnson, Liz Truss or anybody else in number 10 to determine whether or not Scotland becomes an independent country. That's a matter for the people of Scotland. And it's about respecting democracy. It's about respecting people's right to choose. And I'd simply say to Liz Truss that in the Scottish election in 2021, the SNP and the Greens stood on a manifesto commitment of delivering a referendum on independence. We won that election. There's an independence majority in the Scottish Parliament. We hear often about the UK respecting the devolved administration, that Scotland was to lead the United Kingdom. Westminster has to recognise that the government in Scotland has that mandate and has the right to call that referendum. And I regret the fact that because of the intransigence of Westminster, I'm not seeing sense that the Scottish Government are having to take this case to the Supreme Court in October. But one thing I will say today is that a referendum will happen, and it would be far better if Westminster recognised that they need to respect the rights of the people of Scotland to have their say in the future. Let's make sure that that referendum can happen. Well, two things I believe will happen. One is I believe that a referendum will take place. I think people in Scotland have demonstrated the desire to see that. But secondly, when we have that debate about Scotland's future, and we discuss energy, for example, and the massive opportunity that we've got to upscale our green energy production, but use that then to kickstart a green industrial revolution, to take Scotland back into Europe, I'm absolutely confident that we will win that debate, we will win that argument, we will have the referendum, and Scotland will become an independent country.